Oh,
That's
and
just my
dude,
opinion.
Tom Holland with the symbiote ripping apart Doom, and plus with the extra Iron Man baggage, like with them looking so, oh my God, that could be so powerful. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Off the Rails. This is a new podcast that covers basically everything in pop culture that you can think of. And today, well, we do love a good Spider-Man movie when Peter Parker is lonely, sad, and depressed, don't we?
Yes. That
And so
makes me
what-
think of Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey? Oh, yeah. So today, we are going to break down the brand new J trailer that released a few days ago. So before we start, do you have anything that you are hoping for or you're excited about?
I'm just excited to see one of my favorite actors become Jean Grey. Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, because
So you're thinking-
I'm a huge fan of the Stranger Things series. Yeah, I was about to say episodes, but weird. Yeah, it's favorite Stranger Things was my favorite show. It sucks that it ended, but in horrible ways. But yeah.
All right, so we start off the trailer with Spider-Man hanging from a building, and he is watching Ned's Instagram with MJ, and they have accepted into MIT. He then pulls down his mask and falls off a building. So,
Yeah, I don't like Ned's hairstyle. I'm just used to the shorter hair. This new hair looks more emo to me than anything else.
I think the only reason they did that is to kind of differentiate between the trilogies that they're doing, but I kind of agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
So then we continue. He continues falling off the building. We
Also, I
see-
love the ripples in his suit.
Yes, it's not. It's obviously CGI, but they're doing a better
It
job.
makes me think of Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes, yes, yes. And then later in the trailer, we see then like a kind of like an Iron Man face shot. It's a little weird that the mask isn't flush to his face, but you know, it's a cool shot regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see the Columbia, Marvel Studios, and Peter is basically reenacting the conversation he wanted to have with MJ. And this is just really sad for him, you know. Peter Parker is really depressed.
Yeah. Going on to the next shot, you can see that he is washing his suit after getting the key to the city, and hopefully there's nothing like whites in there, or else everything's gonna turn pink and blue.
Oh yeah.
Doing to another amazing Spider-Man reference.
And then also with the key to the city, this also foreshadows Daredevil season 2, and Fisk obviously not being mayor because there is no way he would let a vigilante have the key to the city. Then we see Spider-Man running across a building and jumping off, saying he's Spider-Man, and then we see him chasing down a tank and then getting promptly hit by the Punisher in his van.
I like that the Punisher has a little square window for if he does need to shoot, he doesn't expose his entire body.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know in some movies, like if you're gonna shoot, they try to basically break the entire windshield, and it just leaves them so vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. And it's I love Frank's reaction because it's literally like he just has a bug on his window, and he's just like, bro, get off.
Yes.
So then they kind of banter for a little second there. Spider-Man webs up the gun. Punisher's like, oh well. Still shoots him. He goes flying, and then he catapults back at the van.
The funny thing about that part is he doesn't even hit the Punisher. He hits the other side of the windshield, and yet still somehow knocks him off. That's just, I think, an editing.
Yeah, and then I love also, since this is obviously a PG-13 film, they cannot have F-bombs or brutal, like, bloody murders in this, and I love their way of keeping Punisher PG-13.
But
Just
Guardians of the Galaxy said.
So then we see him at a party. MJ is arranging flowers, and then we see Paul.
Ooh, I'm not saying he's the same person, but he kind of looks like their version of Flash. Like, you know what I mean? Like the same skin tone, same kind of hair, but just more grown out. Isn't that the same actor who played,
Jabba the Hutt.
not Jabba the Hutt?
For those who know, yes, it's Jabba the Hutt. Ezra Bridger in Star Wars.
Yeah, Ezra Bridger in the Ahsoka series, right? Yeah.
So Paul is infamously one of the most hated Marvel characters in the entire comics run. He is MJ's new boyfriend in the comics, and he is just absolutely a terrible person. Like, most of the community, if not all of it, absolutely hates him.
I had no knowledge of this character because I don't own that comic. So
Yeah, we all hate him, and I'm sure Peter will too eventually. So after this scene, we see that he's getting even more sad, and then he passes out. He looks like he just finished a fight and passes out.
but it doesn't even, if you zoom into the background, it looks like there to be a sauna. So I don't think he was actually fighting. I think he was in some intense heat, which caused him to pass out, either due to mutation or just overheat.
Okay, so what the trailer is kind of hinting at here is that he is slowly turning into Man Spider. Like, he develops the organic webbing in the next scene. You know, he wakes up in a web cocoon and like falls off of the roof without his web shooters and catches himself. Now, this is really interesting because they now have aspects of the Andrew Garfield trilogy with the actual physical web shooters, and then they have Toby with the organic web shooters.
The funny thing about that is if you were any normal person and you saw a person outside in a courtyard dangling from the roof, I mean, granted, this is the movie, so no one's going to bat an eye, but you would be a little bit suspicious.
And then after that, let's see here. This summer, he's getting his DNA analyzed in some sort of analyzer by none other than Bruce Banner. And if you can see in the background, they're studying lattice quantum physics something.
Probably due to, I mean, his time with Ant-Man and the time van. Also, this might just be a little thing, but he's not Smart Hulk anymore, which
Yes.
makes me think the thing on his hand is either he just sprained it or broke his hand, or it's a little thing to keep him in check, like they did in the She-Hulk series.
That is what it is. It will keep the Hulk in check. And my other theory for why they're studying lattice is because their Hulk is trying to figure out how to get him some skins and rivals, because boy, he's got none.
He has the mob boss looking one that I like.
So yeah, he does have that one skin, but that was back in season 2, which is no longer available. Then we see that his senses are getting more acute with the water droplet, more webs, and that Dr. Banner is now saying that this could be extraordinarily dangerous to him.
Yes, I do see that. Also, the next part is there's webs everywhere, but then he somehow flies, like his webbing is
Like a catapult.
like a catapult. But when you look at it, his webs aren't like fully taut, which makes me think, are his webs also getting more advanced as it goes along?
There is a theory that he's being like thrown by the Hulk here, and it's
Could
just
be.
edited out.
Could be thrown by the Hulk, like they did with Brand New Day, yeah.
Because if he was catapulting, he would not hit the water tower the next frame. He would have a controlled landing.
Well, then again, we also don't know, or because like a lot of clips do that, where, I mean, it does look, but there is that like space in between of like what happened before he hit. Is it the same scene?
Yes. Then after this, he is at a graveyard seeing Aunt May, and then we hear a new narrator.
Spiders have 3 life cycles.
Now, I know it's not, but I really wish this character talking was Morlun. I know you don't know who that is. He's a living vampire that cannot be stopped, and he hunts spider people throughout the multiverse. And he is one of the only people that made Peter Parker scared.
With that, also as that narrator starts, you can see, I think, to be a lab in a confined area.
That could be Bruce Banner's lab.
Could be Bruce Banner's lab. But I thought his his personal lab was on an island that him and Tony made for him.
That's true, yeah. We don't know. Then we see him, Spider-Man, going to save somebody from a tank, and we kind of see, I guess, like soul, like slitting throughout different people, and like changing hosts almost. There is a rumor that this could be Sadie Sink's powers, but we still don't really know who she's playing.
It's confirmed that she's playing Jean Grey.
We don't know that.
I'm pretty sure I saw multiple sources say that she was confirmed that she was playing Jean Grey.
But then we see the reveal of the narrator who has been talking, who's not Moreland. Then possibly we see Jean Grey's character, and then we see a good look at Scorpion. What do we think of that?
I do like his suit, although I do wish it was a little bit more green and
Mhm.
had a helmet,
Bit more vibrant.
bit more vibrant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one of the best Scorpions design we've had is in the Insomniac games, like with the bright green, the poison, like the red visor. It's just like that is a good design.
Also, it makes me think that his depending on when this is placed, I have one or two ideas for this. One, he gets stuck with the stingray and it causes the whole thing to continue
What the?
with mutation.
So
becoming
you're saying that
man-spider.
the poison from Scorpion
Could cause it.
jumpstarts the mutation?
Jump starts it, or it
hitting my
he's
interference.
fighting Scorpion for his because he needs his venom for the cure.
Oh, okay. So after that, we then see the Punisher saying he's losing it, and then we see him with MJ up on a rooftop. And then, why don't you take this next scene?
This is actually one of my favorite scenes because it makes me think of more of like a street where he does a good old-fashioned Pirates of the Caribbean, throws a rope over a rock, but instead of a rock, it's a web on a pole to speed turn, full 90-degree turn, armored car
Mm-hmm.
to the next, and then gets hit by a window,
And
a bus window.
It's really interesting on who is in this bus. There is a rumor that this is Rogue inside of the bus. You can see the brown and white hair. We are not sure yet. She's wearing a green t-shirt, so there are hints.
There are hints.
Comment down below if you think this is Rogue. After this, he recreates the Amazing Fantasy cover art, which is absolutely amazing. That is an amazing callback. That was in some of the clips that were released around the world.
The next spot there is him fighting a bunch of ninja people called the Hand, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Hand. I honestly like that their outfits are big and red and makes me happy.
So the Hand, for those that don't know, is a group of ninjas that live in the Shadowlands that basically work for Lady Deathstrike, sometimes Kingpin, and are sometimes Daredevil villains. Now
Funny
this is
part about that is if you played the Deadpool VR game, they're mentioned in there.
led by Lady Deathstrike. And what's interesting about this is because a later frame in this trailer, you can see that there are two almost edited out blurs. There's a rumor that that is Daredevil and Hulk. So next we see Spider-Man fighting Tarantula and Boomerang Man, pretty similar. We see the Hand, and then we see Peter's eyes go black and red.
Which, I mean, I have my own inferences. You have your own inferences.
You go first. Let's tell your audience your theory.
I don't think it is Venom. I don't think it's mutation. I don't think it's Man Spider for that. What I think it is how I think it's the third or fourth X-Men movie. Jean Grey turns it into the Phoenix, and her eyes become that kind of same reddish blackish tint. I think he's gonna get not possessed, but like how she's been. Like if whoever Sadie Sink's person is, like how she was swapped. I think that's what's gonna happen into Spooderman.
Okay, and then my theory, and probably what's going to happen, is that this is when the Man-Spider DNA mutation is fully taking him over. In the next scene, he is in a prison with his mask off, fighting the Hand, and he splits a sword. Man,
Yes.
this guy's not holding back anymore.
Very angry, very, very angry, which we all know what happened when there was a last time angry. We got an iconic dance.
Mm-hmm. And then after this, he's jumping off a building, fighting the Hand again. This is where I was saying we could have Hulk and Daredevil photoshopped out, which honestly, I would love to see Daredevil in this. Hulk, there's so many characters that could be a cool addition to this movie.
Mm-hmm. Also, that one part where I forgot to mention that where it was the comic book cover, it looks to be the same background as The Void.
Yes, and Yelena is confirmed to be making a cameo in this.
So maybe there's a little bit of cameo into that.
And oh my God, Spider-Man's shame room, Aunt May losing his friends, Iron Man. Oh my God, that could hit hard.
It could.
And then after he's fighting the Hand, we see the title card, obviously, and then a funny little gag at the end where Peter is coming to MJ's party. He says he's just a neighbor. MJ goes, "Oh, you're a friendly neighbor." And
He chokes on his drink.
yeah. So now that we've finished analyzing the trailer,
Also, hold on. I want to add one thing to that because I just saw it right here. If you look a little bit to before MJ walks in, it looks to be either Ned showing him or he just looking at himself. They have like a little crime scene board
They
for
do.
Spider-Man.
who is Spider-Man's identity? Yes. So do I think he's going to reveal his identity in this movie? No. I think that will undo No Way Home way too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe after Secret Wars and the timelines, multiverses kind of reset, maybe then. But I don't think this movie.
Maybe then, but I also think we should keep the depressed Peter vibe because I want more good Spider-Man movies.
And then coming off of the depressed thing, do we think that maybe in a post-credits or something, Spider-Man is going to die? Because there is a theory that he will die, he will get the symbiote and come back to life, recreating the comic cover of Kraven's Last Hunt when he rips out of the ground in front of the tombstone.
I mean, I could see that, but I also don't. If anything, if they want him to die, I would say put it in the beginning to show Doom's might against all like the New York villains or New York heroes. Have him kill them all, and then the symbiote goes as like it escaping from a Doom portal.
But what I'm saying is, if he
And
dies
then
in this
he'd come
one
back.
and comes back in Doomsday, so we do think he's going to die or no?
I could see him dying in the post-credit scene and then only seeing a glimpse of the symbiote, but not this. I wouldn't see the symbiote actually
Take him over in
combining
this
with him in if it is a post-credit scene.
And I do hope they handle the symbiote like they did in Spider-Man 2. Brian Inhart actually did a quote, and he's like, it's like, we made it like taking drugs. It feels great at first, but then it really starts to wreck your life later.
Yes.
And I think that's a great mentality for the symbiote. That's a good way of thinking about
And
it.
if anything, I hope they don't bring him out until Doomsday, because I really want to see Tom Hardy's Venom.
Oh,
That's
and
just my
dude,
opinion.
Tom Holland with the symbiote ripping apart Doom, and plus with the extra Iron Man baggage, like with them looking so, oh my God, that could be so powerful.
Yeah, but that you're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I hope he gets the symbiote, but then not until Doomsday, because I want there to be a chance that Tom Hardy's Venom uses the same symbiote.
Dude,
to
what
go
if they
after
teamed
Spider-Man.
up?
Or to team up.
A Venom and symbiote Spider-Man team up? That would be kind of sick.
I'm saying it's the same symbiote, just transfers to Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock.
Yeah. And the Tom Hardy Eddie Brock left a little bit of symbiote, and that's the one that's going to go get Peter.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say, like, for the final wrap-up for the symbiote, do you think they're going to go more like cloth, like from comics, or do you think they're going to go like that alien, like, slime kind of texture?
Yes and no. What I think's going to happen is it's just gonna like as when he first gets it, it's gonna become cloth. But then next time, like as you keep using it more and more, it's gonna turn more to that alien as like a thing of taking over more.
So it's like Spectacular Spider-Man. It starts out like basically same costume but black, but then the webbing gets removed and all the details get removed, and then it's that slime. I would love to see that. Spectacular Spider-Man did a great job interpreting that. And then final thing, final question for all the marbles. Ready? Is there any way that we can get the other two Spider-Man back in Secret Wars? Do you think that's happening?
Yes and no. Yes, I could see them doing it as a cameo, but not as a full-fledged thing. Because let's face it, they're too old. They're too old to be playing the same Peter Parker. And I get that now he would be an adult, but they would still be a little bit too old, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Is there any closing thoughts you want to add?
No, not really. The only thing I want to say is this Spider-Man movie better be good, or I'm gonna be very mad.
Oh my God, it's going to be amazing. We already know. It's a brand new day, hey?
That's just the cheesiest line ever.
All right, we're going
I'm
to end
gonna
it there.
get off
Thank
of-
you all
I'm
for
getting- I'm
joining
leaving
us.
the room.
I'm going to go duct tape his mouth shut, and we'll see you in the next episode.